time is now for live video highlights of your school's march to excellence.
New sets up inside of the pitch. High fly to left. It's up, it's deep, and it's going to be gone!
Legacy Sports Network brings you high-quality HD video broadcasted by the best in the business.
Handoff, Adam Taylor lunges to the end zone, touchdown!
This is one of the most exciting things.
With all the runs, hits, scores, and more, we're building a legacy one game at a time.
I appreciate it, Gerald. You guys at Legacy do an unbelievable job.
Join us on pay-per-view or video live streaming your favorite high school and college athletics at legacysportsnetwork.com.
Legacy Sports Network is going to be bringing this presentation to your home.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Red Murph Field here on the campus of Mary Hardin Baylor University in Belton, Texas. I am Chase Hernandez with the Legacy Sports Network. Delighted to bring you the action today of today's 5A TAPPS baseball state championship game between St. Pius X and Liberty Christian School coming out this afternoon, as St. Pius will be the visiting team today, as Liberty Christian, the home team, just takes the field this afternoon. The starting lineup first for St. Pius X. They come in today with a record of 24-11 on the season. They defeated St. Thomas yesterday 5-1 to play for their second straight state championship game. Their starting lineup will look like this. Leading it off at second base will be Luis Sanchez. Batting second in center field is Chase Fontana. Batting third, the catcher Jerry Murillo. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter is Cole Stewart. Batting fifth in right field is Ben Little. Batting sixth, the left fielder Brian Newman. Batting seventh at first base, Mason Inglet. Batting eighth at third base, Jeremy Jones. And batting ninth at shortstop for St. Pius will be Stuart Peterson. Again, the starting lineup for the Panthers, the top three, Luis Sanchez, Chase Fontana, and Jerry Murillo. The middle three, Cole Stewart, Ben Little, and Brian Newman. And the bottom three, Mason Inglet, Jeremy Jones, and Stuart Peterson. The starting pitcher will be Joe Garinger. They will be facing Liberty Christian. On the hill for them is Jordan Parker. Liberty Christian coming in today with a record of 26-9. Overall, their defensive setup looks like this. On the right side of the infield, Ethan Luna is at first, Foster Ford is at second. Left side of the infield, Connor McMahon's at third, Daniel Keene is at short. In the outfield, Hunter Griffin's at left, Carson Dowdle is in center field, Wade Oliver's in right. Behind the plate, Ben Hawkins for the starting pitcher, Jordan Parker. So here we go, starting here just at about 10:15 this morning from Belton, Texas. Glad you're joining us this morning here on the Legacy Sports Network. Fans, don't forget you can purchase a copy of this championship game on DVD on the site as well. All throughout the game, you can check that out, as you can make memories of this game, whoever team you're rooting for. As it's Luis Sanchez, the second baseman, leading things off. First pitch of the ball game, and we are underway. The TAPPS 5A state championship game as a called strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1 to the second baseman for St. Pius. 0-1 pitch just misses on the outside corner, and he'll leave the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hand pitcher, right-hand hitter. The 1-1 is just off the plate for a ball, and the count is 2-1. As we have a great crowd this afternoon, or this morning I should say, from Belton. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Head coach for St. Pius X, Adam Mazziani, down the third base side. 2-2 pitch on the way to Sanchez. Just misses on the outside corner with the hook from Parker. And the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 4. And Luis Sanchez starts this state championship game off with a leadoff walk, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Chase Fontana. Fontana looking down to his head coach, Adam Mazziani, as the left-hand hitter approaches the plate. Parker will come set, check the runner first, and it's going to be over the head, throw down at first. will not be in time. The count is 1-0 to Fontana with the catcher Jerry Murillo on deck, waiting to hit next. Barker at the stretch, comes set, checks the runner, and this one will be laid down perfectly on the right side of the infield. Underhand flip from Parker to the first baseman Lunan. It's a sacrifice bunt for Chase Fontana. Gets Luis Sanchez over to second base. First out recorded. That'll bring up Jerry Murillo to the plate. St. Pius with something going here at the top of the first inning. Runner at second with one out for their three-hole hitter Murillo. Barker will check the runner at second. Runner taken off for third. It's going to be outside for a ball, and it's going to be an easy stolen base for Luis Sanchez. Runner now 90 feet away for Murillo with the count 1-0. Murillo with the .297 average on the year. 1-0 pitch off speed. Hits for a strike on the outside corner. And they'll even the count at 1-1. On deck, Cole Stewart, the designated hitter, waiting to hit next. Barker comes set, deals. This one's going to be tapped, and it's going to get over the head of the third baseman, Connor McMahon, at St. Pius. Strikes first, and they lead it 1-0 here at the top of the first inning. An RBI single for the catcher, Jerry Murillo, as he'll be lifted for a runner. Kenneth Dana will come in and run for the catcher. First hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Cole Stewart.
Batting the designated hitter, number 19, Cole Stewart.
Stewart got the start in the complete game victory yesterday for St. Pius, the 10th over St. Thomas. And that 5-1 victory yesterday at Waco ISD Stadium. A little bit of delay getting back to action here. 1-0, St. Pius in front. Parker comes sets. First pitch to Stewart, swung on and missed, throw down to first, not in time. Diving back safely is Kenneth Dana. The count 0-1 to Stewart. Came out swinging on that first pitch. Ben Little, the right fielder, is on deck. The first, not in time. Dimensions here at Red Murph Field, here on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. 320 down the left and right field line. 365 to the power alleys and 395 to dead center field. 0-1 pitch, hits for a strike on the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2 to the Texas A&M signee. Barker comes set, checks the runner at first. It's going to be a pitch out. The count goes to 1-2. Hammers this one in the left field. Back-to-back singles for the Panthers. And they have two on with one out. And that'll bring up their 5-hole hitter, the right fielder, Ben Little.
Right fielder number 12, Ben Little.
So St. Pius going to add on here to their 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning, as they look to go back-to-back state championship victories here in 2013. First pitch to Little. Misses inside for a ball on the count. Is 1-0. Barker comes set, checks her on second throw, and it will not be in time. A bang play at second base as Daniel Keene was coming in from short. Almost got Kenneth Dana at second base. Dana running for the catcher, Jerry Murillo. Drove in the first run of the ball game. 1-0. This one's grounded to second, could be two. Flip the second, and just in time to get Stewart at second base. So that'll be a fielder's choice going 4 to 6. Little reaches first base. Second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Brian Newman. So runners on the corners, 2 outs for St. Pius X. Ben Hawkins will go out in front of the plate. Give signs to his infielders. Runner at third is Kenneth Dana. Runner at first base is Ben Little. 2 outs, top of the first. And showing bunt, pulling back down to first. And almost throwing away was the catcher Hawkins. Nice job by the first baseman Ethan Luna. By snagging that, making sure that does not go into the outfield, would have scored a run. And count 1-0 to Brian Newman. Mason Inglet, the first baseman, would be next if the inning were to continue. Here comes set, deals the 1-0. This one's going to be hammered center field, but right at Dowdle as he moves to left center field to make the grab, and that'll end the inning for St. Pius X. But they get on the scoreboard first with a run on 2 hits. They leave a pair of runners. Middle of the first, Panthers lead at 1-0 with Liberty Christian just now coming to bat. Get ready for the bottom of the first inning with Argyle Liberty Christian coming to bat. They come into this state championship game with a 26-9 overall record. Their starting lineup will look like this for head coach Johnny Isom's club. It'll be Wade Oliver leading things off. He is the right fielder. Batting second is the second baseman Foster Ford. Batting third, the center fielder Carson Dowdle. Batting cleanup at first base is Ethan Luna. Batting fifth at third base, Connor McMahon. Batting sixth, and the shortstop is Daniel Keene. Batting seventh, the catcher Ben Hawkins. Batting eighth, the designated hitter Newland. And batting ninth in right field will be Hunter Griffin. Again, the starting lineup for the Warriors. Top three, Wade Oliver, Foster Ford, and Carson Dowdle. Middle three, Ethan Luna, Connor McMahon, and Daniel Keene. And the bottom three, Ben Hawkins, Newland, and Hunter Griffin. They'll be facing Joe Geringer for St. Pius X. And their defensive setup this afternoon will look like this. On the right side of the infield will be Mason Inglet at first. Luis Sanchez is at second base. Jeremy Jones is at third. Stuart Peterson is at short. Brian Newman is the left fielder. He's flanked at center by Chase Fontana. And right field is Ben Little. And behind the plate is Jerry Murillo. So Geringer with a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Here on a gorgeous day from Belton, Texas. So glad you're joining us here on the Legacy Sports Network on our live broadcast stream. As fans can purchase a copy of this game on DVD by following the instructions on our on-demand site that you are watching this game from. As it'll be Wade Oliver, the right fielder, leading things off for Liberty Christian. As the Panthers break their mound huddle around their starting pitcher Geringer as we get set for the bottom of the first inning. Right-hand pitcher Geringer. Mason Oliver to lead things up. Geringer will go from the stretch with nobody on base. Here's the first pitch at the bottom of the first. And it's going to be a strike on the outside corner. And it is 0-1 to Wade Oliver. 1 pitch hits for a strike. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Oliver. Liberty Christian defeating Prestonwood yesterday 4-3. To come to the state championship game, almost gets Oliver in the left shoulder as he has to back away, and the count now goes to 1-2. Pitch on the way. This one's going to be fouled straight back into the net, and they'll do it again at 1-2. Garinger looks in to his catcher, Jerry Murillo. Comes, sets, deals the 1-2 again. This one's lifted in the air. Foul grounds right side. And we'll get into the bullpen on the right field side, and staying alive is Oliver. With Foster Ford, the second baseman, on deck, waiting to hit next. Here we go. Count still 1-2. Garinger takes his time looking into his catcher, Murillo. Now finds what he wants, deals to the right-hand hitter. And that's over the head of Oliver. So the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the first inning. St. Pius getting a run the top half of the inning on an RBI single by the catcher, Murillo, scoring the second baseman, Luis Sanchez, who left the game with a walk. Now, Liberty Christian looking to answer in the bottom half of the first inning. This out, it's driven down the right side. That one will be flanked up, and now it's going to kick off the right fielder, Ben Little, into second baseman is Wade Oliver. It's a single and an error on the play, and Liberty Christian has a runner at second base, nobody out here at the bottom of the first inning. So it's a single and an error on the play. Take a look at the replay. It kicks off Ben Little in right field, trying to keep Oliver at first base. There'll be an E9 on the play. That'll bring up the second baseman, Foster Ford, and time called as Murillo will go to his pitcher, Joe Garinger. The Warriors trying to answer here in the bottom of the first inning to tie things up against St. Pius. First baseman England playing in at first base a bit in front of the bag. So is the third baseman Jeremy Jones, expecting bunt. And bunt is right back to the pitcher Garinger. He'll throw to third, and it will be in time. And the head coach, Johnny Isom, right there, thought the tag was not implied. And the runner is out at third base, and Oliver. Ford reaches base. That's going to be a fielder's choice, going 1-5. First out of the inning is recorded. As we look at the replay, and that's a close play at third base. Umpire was right there in position, though, to make the call. And that'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, Carson Dowdle, to the plate. 1 on, 1 out now. Garinger will step off, make Ford go back. Garinger ready, comes set, deals the first pitch high for a ball. Garinger will check the runner. Deals the 1-0, that's going to be outside for a ball on the count now. 2 balls, no strikes. On deck, Ethan Luna, the first baseman for Liberty Christian. Andrew with that closed stance on the mound. This one's going to be fouled straight back. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. As we said, Johnny Isom is the head coach and third base coach for Liberty Christian. His assistants, Craig Oglesby and Brad Tyndall. 2-1 pitch offered. Swung on and missed. The count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Garinger looks for a big second out right here. Garinger doesn't work too fast on the mound. Checks the runner at first. 2-2 pitch. This one's going to be a jam shot first base side. It's going to stay fair, and it's going to be a safe at first base. That's an infield hit. As England read that ball wrong from first base, a cue ball shot, and he played it back on the infield. You see it on the replay as Dowdle just fisted that one first base side and used his speed to get past England at first. It's a base hit, second hit of the ball game for Liberty Christian. And they got 2 on with 1 out for the cleanup hitter, Ethan Luna. So, misplayed ball there at first base, or bad judgment call by England. Could come back to cost St. Pius in this bottom half of the inning, as the first pitch is taken for a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Foster Ford at second. Dowdle is at first. Another right-hand here in this lineup for Liberty Christian. Checks the runner at second, deals the 0-1. And that's going to hit Luna in the left shoulder. The bases are loaded for the Warriors with 1 out. First free pass given by Garinger, and Jerry Murillo, the catcher, will go out and talk once again to Joe Garinger to kind of settle him down a bit. That will bring up the third baseman, Connor McMahon. Nowhere to put him here in this situation, 1 out, and the base is juiced as the tying run is 90 feet away. Long look in by Garinger, he's ready. First pitch. That's going to just miss on the outside corner, and it's 1-0. Hear the pop of the mid, Garinger bringing it from the mound. Good 1-2 punch with their ace, Cole Stewart, on the bump. 1-0, that's one hammered first base side, almost reaching the dugout of Liberty Christian. The count is even at 1-1. On deck, the shortstop, Daniel King. Garinger ready. 1-1 offering. That one is just, oh, it is going to be a call strike, a late call by the umpire. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's a good pitch by Garinger, just a late response by the home plate umpire this afternoon. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded to short, could be 2. Flip to second, 1. Go to first is in time. And St. Pius gets out of the bases loaded jam in the bottom of the first inning. As Liberty Christian gets no runs, 2 hits. They leave a runner. We'll go to the second inning with the score. St. Pius the 10th, 1, and Liberty Christian nothing.
yeah, pretty great. Yeah, oh yeah. But it would have been better if... All right, thank you. I'll come back down later. All right.
And we welcome you back here to Red Murph Field here on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin Baylor as we get set for the top of the second inning. As it will be the bottom three for St. Pius. It will be Mason Inglet, Jeremy Jones, and Stuart Peterson due up here in the top of the second against Jordan Parker with a 1-0 St. Pius lead has Joe Geringer. It's a big 6-4-3 double play to get out of the bottom half of the first inning as Liberty Christian was looking to strike. But the double play ended the threat. We go to the second inning as it'll be Mason Inglet, the first baseman, leading things off. And righty against righty to start the second. First pitch on the way. And that's going to be low for a ball. 1-0. Fans continue to arrive here in Belton this afternoon for this 5A state championship game. As the 1-0 pitch is fouled off to the right side, it evens the count at 1-1. Parker looks in, deals the 1-1. Swung on and missed as he gets him to chase the curve in the dirt. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. And that one's going to be called for strike 3. That'll be the first strikeout of the ball game for either pitcher. Inglet goes down looking.
Number 5, Jeremy Jones.
And that'll bring up the third baseman, Jeremy Jones. Jones, the 8-hole hitter for St. Pius X, fouls the first pitch straight back. And the count is 0-1. As we said, St. Pius defeating St. Thomas yesterday, 5-1, to advance to today's state championship game. As the 0-1 pitch just misses outside and evens the count at 1-1. One offering. And that curveball hits for a strike on the inside corner. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Parker ready. 1-2. Lifted in the air. Center field. Dowdle goes back. Still going. And this ball will be caught on the run. As that one had a little bit of late carry on it. Off the bat of Jeremy Jones driving it to straightaway center field. Second out of the inning, and to bring up the shortstop, Stuart Peterson. 2 outs for Parker for the 9-hole hitter, Peterson. Parker looks for a 1-2-3 second against the Panthers. First pitch is on the way, and that's a check swing. And home plate umpire says Peterson went through, and the count is 0-1. 0-1 pitch, curveball hits for strike number 2. And it's quickly a 0-ball 2-strike count to Peterson as Parker, the righty, likes to work quick on the mound. Gets it and goes. 0-2, swung on and missed in the dirt. Catcher Hawkins up with it, though, to first in time. And it's a 1-2-3 for Jordan Parker in the top of the second inning as he gets 2 strikeouts of St. Pius hitters in this half inning. We'll head to the bottom of the second, still 1-0. St. Pius leading Liberty Christian here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Riding the game balls for today's championship contest.
welcome you back to Red Murph Field as we get set for the bottom of the second inning. As Liberty Christian will come to bat with Daniel Keene, Ben Hawkins, and Greer Newland due up here in the bottom of the second inning. For the Warriors, the home team this afternoon, as they will be facing Joe Geringer in his second inning of work. Geringer got out of a bases loaded jam with one out, enticing a 6-4-3 inning ending double play. Keep the scoreboard at 1-0 St. Pius. First pitch just low and off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Fans, you can go like us on our Facebook page, LegacySportsNetwork.com, and also follow us at Twitter at LegacySportsNet. That's the 1-0 pitch. Is low and inside for a ball, 2-0. Said Geringer, the righty, almost the opposite of his counterpart Jordan Parker on the bump as the 2-0 pitch is low and outside for ball, 3-0. Geringer works a little slower than Parker. Parker likes to get it and go on the mound as Geringer takes his time. 3-0 offering on the way. That's going to be low for ball 4 and a leadoff walk as it gets past Murillo. Taking the turn at first base will be Keene. That's a leadoff walk. First walk given up by Geringer. He has hit a batter so far in this game. Now bring up Ben Hawkins, the catcher. The runner at first base. And nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. The lefty walks to the plate. Takes a peek over at first. Comes, sets, and deals. As Hawkins takes the first pitch for a strike on the outside corner, offering bunt. Pulled back. And the count is 0-1. One run, 2 hits, no errors so far for St. Pius the 10th. Liberty Christian, no runs, 2 hits. They have no errors as they hit here in the bottom of the second. Hawkins squares. He gets this one down, but it's going to be foul. The count is 0-2. Hawkins taking that long look down to Johnny Isom, the head coach. The third base box. 0-2 the count. Geringer will step off. Very patient on the mound. Not gonna let anybody rattle him. Checks the runner, comes set. Now throw to first will be low, back in time. There's Daniel Keene. Wind blowing straight out here at Red Murph Field. Bit of a right to left breeze as well at times. Here's the 0-2 offering. It's going to be high for ball 1. Count now 1-2. Couldn't ask for a better day this afternoon for this 5A state championship game at the beautiful campus here at the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. Geringer checks the runner. 1-2. Runner took off for a second, then came back to first base as Hawkins swings and misses and strikes out. First strikeout of the ball game for Geringer. Now bring up Greer Newland. Newland, the designated hitter. It's with 1 on and 1 out. first not in time back in, standing up, is King. Here comes set. First pitch on the way. That's going to hit Newland in the left shoulder. That's the second hit batsman today. And only an inning in the third for starting pitcher Joe Geringer. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Hunter Griffin, to the plate. So Liberty Christian once again in their second inning of work at the plate with a chance to tie the game at 1 as they get something cooking here. With Griffin at the plate, the left fielder. Check the runner at second. First pitch on the way. Swung on and missed as Griffin chased that fastball high and out of the zone. The count is 0-1. Wade Oliver, the leadoff hitter, on deck. One pitch on the way. That's going to be hammered foul towards the on-deck circle for Liberty Christian as it hits the brick backstop. Count no balls, 2 strikes. Now time called by Morrell. This is about the 4th or 5th time now already. He's gone out to talk to his pitcher, Geringer, through an inning in the third. Must be either a signal malfunction or strategy that they're talking about. Already that many mound visits between the pitcher and the catcher. Count still no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, first and second for Argyle Liberty Christian. Geringer has his sign. Checks the runner at second. Deals the 0-2. This one's going to be tapped over the head of Geringer. Coming on is Peterson, the shortstop. He can't handle it. And the bases are loaded. That's going to be an infield hit for Hunter Griffin, the third of the ball game. And for the second straight inning, Liberty Christian has the bases loaded. Scorekeeper going to give an error on the play. That was going to be a tough play by the shortstop Peterson to make. So, bases full of Warriors here as Wade Oliver comes to the plate. He had a single his first time up into right field, and it kicked off the right fielder, allowing him to get the second as the first pitch will be low for a ball, 1-0. Oliver, a senior, looking to help deliver a state championship to Liberty Christian this afternoon. 1-0 pitch. That's going to be high and outside for ball 2, 2-0. To the leadoff hitter, Wade Oliver, with Foster Ford on deck. Geringer looks in, and time called by Oliver at the plate. Bases full of Warriors. Nowhere to put Oliver here with a 2-0 count. Geringer ready. Deals the pitch. Swung on and missed. A big cut right there by Oliver as he tried to unload the bases with one swing of the bat. Count 2-1. Set, 2-1 pitch, and that curveball is going to hit on the inside corner as it turns in. Oliver with a good pitch right there from Geringer. The count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. As he looks to induce Oliver in an inning double play. 2-2. This one's going to be rolled over third base side, but Fallon, we have a balk called, I believe, on the pitcher, and it is indeed called as the third base umpire made it, and Liberty Christian has tied the game at 1-1 as the head coach for St. Pius, Anna Mazziani, will come out and have a discussion with the third base umpire. So it's 1-1 as Daniel Keene will score from third base. Moving from second to third goes Briar Newland, and from first to second, Hunter Griffin. And now a chance for Liberty Christian to take the lead here. As the third base umpire continues to explain to Anna Mazziani, the head coach, the balk call. Plate umpire making his way down the third base line, and now Mazziani will head back to the third base dugout. So the count still 2 balls, 2 strikes. So here we go. Infield will play in for St. Pius on the edge of the grass. Geringer comes set, checks the runner at third. Swung on and missed, a big strikeout right there. That's going to be his second of the inning. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Foster Ford, who reached base but grounded to a fielder's choice his first time up. Ford, another senior on this team. As Murillo once again goes out to talk to his pitcher, Geringer. The senior righty looking to win back-to-back state championships for St. Pius X this afternoon. First pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Infield back to their normal depth. 0-1 will be high for a ball. And leaving it up at 1-1 as a 3-hole hitter, Carson Dowdle's on deck. Would be next if the inning were to continue for the Warriors. Andrew ready. 1-1. That's going to be off the plate outside for a ball, 2-1. Pitch, and it will be called a strike on the outside corner. And leaving the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Look good from our vantage point up here. Just another delayed reaction from our home plate umpire this afternoon. So Geringer 1 pitch away from getting out of yet another jam here in his second inning of work. Grounded up the middle. Shortstop Peterson makes the play, throw to first in time to get the out, and the inning is over for Liberty Christian. But the Warriors tied up with a run on 1 hit. They do leave 2 runners. We played 2 innings here from Red Murph Field here at Mary Hardin Baylor, with the score St. Pius X 1 and Liberty Christian School 1 here on the Legacy Sports Network. As we go to the third inning, score now tied 1-1 as St. Pius X comes to hit. Very fortunate that the score is indeed 1-1 as Joe Geringer has worked his way out of 2 jams so far in 2 innings, only allowing the 1 run. It will be the top of the lineup do it for St. Pius in the third inning. Luis Sanchez, Chase Fontana, and Jerry Murillo facing Jordan Parker. But a 1-2-3 second inning with a pair of strikeouts. As Luis Sanchez comes to the plate, he walked and scored the game's first run in the top of the first inning. Sanchez, a senior infielder, leading things off. First pitch of the top of the third is lifted in the air, foul and out of play to the right side. It looks like it actually is going to stay in play, as it does. And the first baseman Luna makes the grab. That ball looks like it was going to get out of play, and the wind blew it back.
The center fielder number 4
into foul territory. Making the play is Luna for first pitch out in the third inning. Now bring up the center fielder Chase Fontana. Going to sacrifice bunt his first plate appearance. Fontana Jr. for the Panthers, left-hand hitter. It's Parker, the righty, works quickly on the bump. Winds and deals the first pitch. It's taken for a ball low and outside, 1-0. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. And leaving the count at 1 ball, 1 strike with the 3-hole hitter Jerry Murillo on deck. Due up third in this inning. 1-1 offering. That's high for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch on the way. Fontana squares the bunt and comes up empty as he foul tips it into Ben Hawkins, his catcher mitt. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Curveball just missing on the inside corner. So the count now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the third inning.
Good call, boys, good call.
Payout pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Jordan Parker. That's 7 straight. He's retired in order. That'll bring up the 3-hole hitter Jerry Murillo to the plate. Murillo had an RBI single back in the first inning. Drove in the Panthers' only run of the ball game so far. Jordan Parker looks for back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. First pitch taken high and outside for ball 1. Parker ready, deals the 1-0. And check swing, appealed down to first, and the first base umpire says he did go. Evens the count at 1-1. Cole Stewart, the DH, on deck. Would be next if the inning were to continue. Here comes the 1-1. This one's going to be grounded to short. Keene fields it, across the diamond, in time, and another 1-2-3 inning for Jordan Parker here at the top of the third inning. As we play 2.5 here from Red Murph Field here at Mary Hardin Baylor. The score, St. Pius 1 and Liberty Christian 1. As you're watching the 5A TAPPS Baseball State Championship game right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
DVDs of the contest are also available for purchase following the game.
Fans, don't forget you can purchase a copy of this state championship game on DVD by going to our page and purchasing a copy of it this afternoon on our on-demand page. As we get set to go to the bottom of the third inning, as Liberty Christian will be coming to plate, they will have their heart of their lineup coming up. The 3, 4, 5 hitters, Carson Dowdle, Ethan Luna, and Connor McMahon due up against Joe Geringer. Geringer so far has only allowed a run on a pair of hits. He does have 2 strikeouts, but he has a walk and 2 hit batters so far, and he's been living on the edge so far in these first 2 innings, as he's been lucky to keep it at only a run for Liberty Christian, as they have had the bases loaded in back-to-back innings. As Carson Dowdle will lead things off, he singled his first time up. Geringer goes from the stretch the whole ball game. First pitch on the way will be popped up straight back and out of play, and the count is 0-1. Geringer has a sign from his catcher Murillo. 0-1 pitch lift in the air, foul grounds. Let's see if the wind will blow this one back in play, and it does, but it will drop foul. Nice effort given by Luis Sanchez, the second baseman. Comes up empty though on his slide up attempt. And the count 0-2 to Dowdle. Dowdle, a senior for this Liberty Christian team. Comes, sets, deals to the right-hand hitter. That's going to be low and outside in the dirt. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. The leadoff hitter in the bottom of the third for Liberty Christian. Geringer comes, set, 1-2. And check swing, appeal down to first, palms down, says the first base umpire. And evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good pitch from Geringer right there. But holding up was Dowdle. The 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. This one's going to be fouled off and out of play. Now remains a 2-2. This Liberty Christian, as we said, defeated Prestonwood yesterday 4-3. Defeated Tomball Concordia in the previous round as the 2-2 pitch is fouled off. Once again, a good battle at the plate between Dowdle and Geringer right here. The first round, or excuse me, in the second round, Liberty Christian defeated San Anthony. In their first round matchup, they had the bye as 2-2 pitch misses. The count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Geringer ready, payoff pitch, here it comes. Fouled straight back into the net once again. So a tough out right now is Carson Dowdle at the plate. Leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the third, and once again, the catcher Murillo will go out and talk to his pitcher Geringer. Dowdle will go down to Johnny Isom, the third base coach, head coach for Liberty Christian, and have a quick word. One-to-one game, bottom of the third inning. No outs, bottom of inning number 3. 3-2, still the count. Pitch on the way, that's ball 4, gets past Murillo. As Dowdle races down, first base will stay there. And a leadoff walk for the second straight inning for Joe Geringer. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Ethan Luna. He was hit by a pitch his first time up in the first inning. So Geringer the leadoff each inning has let the leadoff hitter on base. But still only surrendered the 1 run so far through 2 innings. Andrew will step off. Still wait the first pitch to Luna. Cleanup hitter for Liberty Christian. Senior on this team, as this one gets past Murillo as it goes over his head. And into second base safely is Dowdle. And now the go-ahead run in scoring position. And once again, Jerry Murillo will go out and talk to his pitcher. No activity in the St. Pius X bullpen. As their stud yesterday, Cole Stewart, most likely going to be a first-round MLB draft pick this year, went the complete game against St. Thomas, only allowing 1 run in that ball game. 10 strikeouts for Stewart as well. So back to action here. 1-0 count, runner at second base. Corners creeping in on the edge of the grass. 1-0 as he squares a bunt, pulls back as it's low and outside. And it's 2-0. Connor McMahon, the third baseman's on deck. Andrew comes set, checks the runner once, deals the 2-0. And that's going to be a low throw down to second, not in time. Count 3 balls and no strikes for the cleanup hitter, Ethan Luna. Andrew with the long look into Murillo. He's ready. 3-0. And that's going to be high for ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start the 3rd inning. That'll bring up Connor McMahon to the plate. McMahon in the first with the bases loaded, was enticed into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play, so he's looking to make up for that right here with runners at first and second, nobody out, with this game tied at 1. Could be asked to lay a sack bunt down here. Get runners at second and third as the corners creep in. Runners go. It's a hit and run. Go to third. Not in time. It's a double steal. So a perfect situation here for Liberty Christian. Dowdle and Luna each get a stolen base. Now the go-ahead run 90 feet away as St. Pius will play the infield in on the grass. The 5-0 hitter McMahon at the plate with Keene on deck. This one's hammered down the left field line. It's fair. 2 runs are going to score. On his way to second base is Connor McMahon, and he makes it up for that double play in the first. And he gives Liberty Christian a 2-run lead with the 2-run double. It's 3-1. Warriors in front. Now bring up Daniel Keene to the plate. Keene walked and scored Liberty Christian's first run in the 2nd inning. That's the 4th hit for the Warriors as the corners, England at first and Jones at third, will still play in as this one's popped up foul and will get out of play straight back, and the count is 0-1. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And a chance once again for Liberty Christian to add some runs to the scoreboard. As Connor McMahon laces one down the third base side in the left field. Absolute rocket as he plates 2. 0-1 pitch, square to bunt, a perfect bunt right back to the pitcher. Geringer's only play is to first in time as Sanchez will throw to third. Dangerous play as Jones is right there to keep it in front of him. A sacrifice bunt for Keene. That'll bring up the catcher, Ben Hawkins, who struck out swinging his first time up. These next couple of hitters are going to be big right here for Garinger. As the infield will play in at the corners, even at the bag at short and second. The first pitch is low for a ball. DH Newland on deck for Argyle Liberty Christian. 1-0 the count. That's high for ball two. 2-0. Garinger so far throwing a lot of pitches. They're 2 1/3 innings of work. Wind picks up a little bit here. Belton. 2-0 offering. Swung on and missed. A big hack right there by Hawkins. It's 2-1. Runner at third, McMahon. He delivered the 2-run RBI double to give the Warriors the lead. 2-1 pitch. This one's going to be fouled straight back. Garinger got that one in on the hands of McMahon. Or excuse me, Hawkins, I should say, with McMahon at third. And the count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Garinger comes set. 2-2 offering. That's high for ball 3, and the count is full at 3-2. Garinger, got to be careful, already been called for 1 balk. Almost didn't come set right there. Right side of the infield playing back here. 3-2 offering on the way. That's high and inside. That's another walk. Liberty Christian now with the runners on the corner, still 1 out. It's the 3rd walk of the inning given up by Garinger. 4th walk given up overall, and he has 2 hit batters. Time is called. The head coach Adam Mazziati will be coming out to the mound. And that's going to do it for Garinger as he goes 2 1/3 innings this afternoon here in this 5A state championship game, as he allows 4 hits and 3 runs so far with a pair of strikeouts. He had 4 walks and 2 hit batters. Still waiting for the change of who's going to be coming in this ball game. Looks like Cole Stewart's going to enter the ball game. Stewart will be coming into the ball game. He is the DH. And the new pitcher will be Brian Newman, the left fielder. So Newman will move from left field onto the mound. Cole Stewart will move, I believe, to the infield. We'll have a new left fielder. That's going to be Kenneth Dana, going to be coming into left field. So the new pitcher, Newman, coming in. He inherits runners on the corner, still only 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 3rd, as Liberty Christian has already plated 2 to take a 3-1 lead. And subs going all the way around for St. Pius. Newman, the side armor, is ready on the mound. Cole Stewart will, in fact, be at third base. Jeremy Jones will exit the ball game.
third base, number 19, Cole Stewart.
So Grier Newland will be coming to the plate at the DH. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. As Newman inherits runners on the corners with only one out. The corners will play in right here. Middle infield will play at double play depth. They're trying to get out of this inning. Right-hander looks in. We'll check his runners. His pick-off move gets the runners to go back. Set. Ready for the first pitch. Runner going halfway. That's going to be hit right in the hole between first and second base. And that will be an RBI single hit perfectly by Grier Newland to DH. And it's 4-1. Liberty Christian now in front. Couldn't hit it in a better spot than that. With the middle infield playing up the middle, double play depth, a huge hole on the right side of the infield. And it was placed perfectly. That's the second hit of the inning now for Liberty Christian. Now bring up Hunter Griffin, the left fielder. He had an infield single his first time up. He fouls the first pitch out of the play to the right side. The count is 0-1. First and second, one out now for the Warriors. They have plated 3 so far in this bottom half of the third. And time called, and Newman wants Murillo to go out and talk with them. Mound meeting quickly over. Down 0-1. To the 9-hole hitting left fielder Hunter Griffin. Griffin only a sophomore. He'll square on a bunt. And the home plate umpire said he did go. And the count is 0-2. He takes a long look into Murillo as catcher. We'll check the runner at second. Hawkins. 0-2 delivers, swung on and missed. And he gets Griffin to chase it for his first strikeout of the ball game.
Right fielder number 3, Wade Oliver.
Back to the top of the lineup, and Wade Oliver struck out swinging his last time up. Looking to extend the inning right here with 2 outs, with 2 on. And then looks, deals the first pitch. That's going to be off the plate on the outside corner for a ball. It's 1-0. Newman, a junior. Going to keep it at a 3-run lead. Delivers the 1-0. That's going to hit for a strike on the inside corner. Evens it up at 1-1. In comes set, checks the runner, dancing off at second base. 1-1. That's going to be fouled to the backstop. And a count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foster for the second baseman's on deck would be next if the inning were to continue. One and 2 the count. Newman comes set. Runners on the move. This one's going to be rounded to third. Stewart up with it. Throw to Inglitz in time, and that ends the third inning for Liberty Christian, but they take the lead as they get 3 runs on a pair of hits. They leave 2. We'll go to the 4th with the score. Argyle Liberty Christian 4 and St. Pius the 10th 1. As you're watching the 5A TAPPS baseball state championship game right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Don't you feel like this is like trying to see her? Oh my gosh.
Fans, don't forget to go like us on Facebook, on our Facebook page, Legacy Sports Network, and like us, or go follow us on Twitter at Legacy Sports Net. As we go to the top of the 4th inning, Chase Hernandez here from Red Murph Field, here at University of Mary Hardin-Baylor in Belton, Texas, on a beautiful Tuesday morning. As Cole Stewart, the new third baseman now for St. Pius, will lead things off as his team trails 4-1 now. Going to the top of the 4th inning, it'll be Stewart, Ben Little, and Brian Newman due up in the top half of the 4th. As starting pitcher Jordan Parker begins his 4th inning of work. First pitch to Stewart, and he gets him to chase a curve in the dirt. It's 0-1. Right now, Jordan Parker has retired 8 straight Panther hitters at the plate since the first. 0-1 pitch is low for a ball, evens it up at 1-1. Good showing of fans by each school this afternoon. Tough time to get away in the middle of the week, but with school winding down. Good to see the support out here in Belton this afternoon as the 1-1 pitch is low for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Cole Stewart, the senior. That's going to be a low and inside for a ball in the count. Now 3-1 to Stewart. Stewart, 3-1 pitch, fouls it straight back. The count now full 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pius with the bye in the first round. In round number 2, they defeated Fort Worth Nolan. As Stewart swings and misses at that 3-2 pitch. Up with it is Ben Hawkins and throws out Stewart in time at first base. That's 9 straight now. And bring out the right fielder, Ben Little. Little ground into a fielder's choice his first time up, but reached base. They went 4-6. Third round, St. Pius, they defeated San Antonio Antonian. And as we said yesterday, defeated Houston St. Thomas. As this one's lifted in the air. Foul grounds, and it's going to stay in play, and the catcher comes up with it. That's Ben Hawkins. Tremendous play to stay with it for out number 2. As the crowd thought that one was headed their way as they were starting to scatter in the stands. But Hawkins staying with it in foul territory, falling down, making a web gym type play for out number 2 to help out his pitcher Parker. They'll bring up the pitcher Newman. Taking for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. That's over the heart of the plate for strike number 2. So a quick 0-2 hole. The Parker's new adversary on the bump, and Brian Newman. Mason England, the first baseman, is on deck, would be next. 0-2, just missing off the plate as Parker is taking a step towards the dugout. He thought that was strike number 3. Parker ready, working quickly. 1-2, lifted in the air, right field, Wade Oliver's there. He makes the grab, and that ends the fourth inning for St. Pius as they go down in order for the third straight inning. Reach the middle of the fourth here from Red Murph Field here at Mary Hardin-Baylor. The score, Liberty Christian 4 and St. Pius the 10th 1. You're watching the 5A Baseball State Championship game here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Contact your Performers agent at 1-800-FARMERS.
Don't forget you can purchase a copy of this game this afternoon on DVD on our on-demand page that you're watching the live video stream this afternoon. As you can have a copy of the memories made this afternoon by the winning team between Liberty Christian and St. Pius as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. And we Foster Ford, second baseman, lead things off. 2-3-4 due up against Brian Newman, who came in relief of Joe Geringer in the bottom half of the third inning. Geringer gave up 4 runs as it's now a 4-1 Liberty Christian lead over St. Pius the 10th. Ford today 0 for 2 at the plate. Grounded out to the shortstop his last time up. First pitch hits for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Newman going for the windup, unlike Geringer, went for the stretch the entire time. Hits for a strike on the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2. 0-2 offering. Strung on and missed. And that's going to be the second strikeout for Brian Newman in relief. Fourth of the day of Liberty Christian Warriors hitters. And they'll bring up Carson Dowdle, center fielder. He's 1 for 1. He singled his first time up, walked and scored with a stolen base in the third. Led off the inning with the walking. Scored on a balk call. He hammers that one in the hole between short and third. A one-out single for Carson Dowdle. He's still perfect on the day. As the throw gets past, it goes in or out of play, and Dowdle will go all the way to third base. So a huge mistake right there by St. Pius. As once again, Adam Maziani, the head coach, will come out to talk with the home plate umpire. So it's a single with an error, allowing Dowdle to get all the way to third base. As that throw from short came from first, so it's going to be an E6 on Stuart Peterson. That's the second error of the day against St. Pius. Sixth hit of the afternoon for the Warriors, as the meeting between head coach Adam Maziani and the home plate umpire is concluded. So Ethan Luna, the first baseman, will come to the plate, hit by a pitch his first time up, and walked and scored in the third. Still not an official plate appearance so far for Luna, as the infield will play in and try to keep that run from scoring from third with 1 out. Lifted in the air, left field. Dana under it, makes the grab, tagging from third is Dowdle. Here's the play at the plate, not in time. It's a sacrifice fly, and it's now 5-1 Liberty Christian in front. So Luna doing his job by getting it in the air and driving it to left field, allowing Dowdle to score. The fifth run for Liberty Christian. 2 outs for Connor McMahon, the third baseman. He had a 2-run RBI double his last time up to draw it to 4-1. As he looks to get something going here for the Warriors with 2 outs and nobody on the bottom half of the 4th inning. First pitch to the right-hand hitting third baseman. Swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. One from Newman. That's going to be low and in the dirt. Evens things up at 1-1. Daniel Keene, the shortstop, is on deck. Would be next if the inning were to continue. That's low and outside for a ball. 2-1 the count to McMahon. This one's into right field. That's going to be a base hit. And McMahon now his second hit of the ball game. Second hit of the inning off Newman.
The shortstop, number 11, Daniel Keene.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Daniel Keene, with 2 outs. He still doesn't have an official plate appearance either, as he walked and scored in the second and a sacrifice bunt his last time up in the third. Now the 7th hit for Liberty Christian. And home plate umpire says Keene did go around and the count is 0-1. So St. Pius X now has their work cut out for them with 9 outs remaining in this ball game. They trail it by 4-5-1. 0-1 offering. This one's hit hard to short. Next play though by Stuart Peterson. He'll flip to second to Luis Sanchez, and that will retire the side for Liberty Christian, the bottom of the 4th inning. But the Warriors do get a run on 2 hits. They do not leave any runners. We'll head to the 5th with the score. Argyle Liberty Christian 5 and St. Pius X 1. You're watching the TAPPS 5A Baseball State Championship game right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
For the Panthers, first baseman number 26, Mason England.
Top of the 5th, we go here from Red Murph Field here at the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. This is the 5A Baseball TAPPS State Championship game between St. Pius X and Argyle Liberty Christian. St. Pius coming in with a record of 24-11. Liberty Christian a 26-9 mark. As we start the top of the 5th, and Mason England, the first baseman, lead things off. It's the 7, 8, 9 hitters. The first pitch, we foul off at the plate. Morris striking, the count is 0-1. England this afternoon struck out looking. His only plate appearance so far against Jordan Parker, who is rolling now in this ball game since giving up the 1 lone run to St. Pius in the first. 0-1 pitch is taken for a ball. The count is 1-1. As Kenneth Dana is on deck. One pitch on the way. high and outside for a ball. It's 2-1 to Inglet. Inglet, a sophomore on this St. Pius team. Lifts this one in the air, right field. Oliver going back now under it, makes the grab. And Inglet now 0 for 2 in the ballgame.
Left fielder number 23, Kenneth.
That's 12 straight now retired for Parker. And now bring up Kenneth Dana to the plate. This is Dana's first plate appearance in the ballgame. He was a courtesy runner for the catcher Jerry Murillo back in the first inning after Murillo had an RBI single. Came in the game to play left field now as Cole Stewart entered the ballgame to play third on the pitching change that brought Brian Newman in from left to the mound. His time was called at the plate before Parker could get going in his motion. First pitch to the right-hand hitter. That's going to be low, gets past the catcher for a ball, 1-0. Dana will be followed by the shortstop Stuart Peterson. Lifted in the air, into left field, very high for Hunter Griffin. And he makes the grab after that ball finally comes down. Towering fly ball. That's 13 now in a row. Now bring up Peterson, struck out swinging his first time up to end the second. Jordan Parker right now in cruise control on the mound for Liberty Christian. First pitch to Peterson. As he squares the bunt, pulls back. The pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Pitch on the way. Fouled off. Hits the top of the protective screen. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch from Parker. This one's going to be grounded in the hold. Backhanded play by Keene. Go to first, will not be in time. And that ends 13 consecutive hitters retired by Jordan Parker, and it's the third hit for St. Pius, an infield hit for Stuart Peterson. Now bring it back to the top of the lineup in Luis Sanchez. 0 for 1. Sanchez has scored the only run of the ballgame for St. Pius as he walked in that first inning. Flew out to the first baseman Luna his last time up. First pitch can be a pitch out outside. Runner not moving. Count 1-0. Top of the fifth, 2 outs. 1-0 pitch is high for a ball. The count is 2-0. And time called. We'll have a mound meeting at the plate, or excuse me, on the mound, I should say. As we said, the assistant coaches here for Liberty Christian School, Billy Jordan, Brad Tyndall, and Craig Oldensby. St. Pius, their assistant coaches Jason Rodriguez, Kurt Janikowski, Nick McCoy, Stephen Leporio. Fans start to make a little more noise here at Red Murph Field. 2 outs, and a 2-0 count. Luis Sanchez. Parker looks to get out of the inning. 2-0 hits for a strike over the heart of the plate. And the count now 2 balls and a strike. With Chase Fontana, the center fielder, on deck, would be next if the inning were to continue. Runner going. Pitch is low. Throw down to second. Not in time. I will leave that hit off one of the middle infielders that kept it on the infield, but that's a stolen base for Stuart Peterson. So the count now 3-1 to Sanchez. Trying to keep this inning alive for St. Pius. First time they have gotten something going since the top of the first, and time called. And Hawkins will go out to talk. Jordan Parker. One to the senior Sanchez. Parker comes set, checks the runner. He'll step off. Liberty Christian now going to get some activity going in their bullpen. 3-1. That will be called a strike on the outside corner, throw down to second. Trying to get Peterson walking back. Didn't happen though. Now the count full of 3 balls, 2 strikes. To the number 1 hitter, Luis Sanchez. Payoff pitch on the way. That's going to be high, ball 4. Second time Sanchez has walked in the ball game, and now the St. Pius fans have something to get behind here in the top half of the 5th. As Chase Fontana will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his last time up, had a sac bunt back in the first. Fontana would love to extend the inning right here. Runners at first and second and 2 outs. Their first threat since they got one in the top of the first inning. They trail it 5-1. First pitch to Fontana hits for a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. St. Pius so far 1 run on 3 hits. They have a pair of errors in the ball game. 0-1 will be found off to the left and out of play, and the count now quickly 0-2 to Fontana. Called at home. Still no balls, 2 strikes to Fontana. Runner at second is Stuart Peterson. Runner at first, Luis Sanchez. Fontana, the junior, at the plate. Here's the 0-2. Grounded right side of the infield. At second, Ford has it, though. To first is in time, and Jordan Parker gets out of the jam in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, and St. Pius leaves 2 runners. Middle of the 5th, still 5-1. Liberty Christian in front of St. Pius the 10th. You're watching the 5A TAPPS Baseball State Championship game right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Reminder, fans are not allowed on the field to play following the game so that we can present the alternative team, state runner-up, and state championship trophy.
Field here in Belton, Texas, on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. Chase Hernandez here, bringing the action this afternoon on the Legacy Sports Network. It's a 5-1 Liberty Christian lead over St. Pius the 10th. As we go to that bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Warriors. Ben Hawkins, Brian Newland, and Hunter Griffin to the plate. Fans, don't forget you can purchase a copy of this game on DVD on our on-demand page. memories of your team's state championship victory here from Mary Hardin Baylor. As the first pitch at the bottom of the 5th from Brian Newman is outside for ball 1. Hawkins on the day, 0 for 1, struck out in the 2nd and walked in the 3rd. 1-0 offering. This one's hammered into right field, a base hit past Mason England at first base. A good swing to start the 5th inning for Ben Hawkins, I should say. That'll bring up Brian Newland to the plate. He had an RBI single his last time up, as he was the first hitter that Brian Newman faced.
Batter is the designated hitter number 19, Brian Newland.
8th hit of the ball game
10, Corbin
for Liberty Christian. As the umpires having a bit of a conference in between home and first base. As Hawkins will be lifted for a courtesy runner. So the DH Newland at the plate. Go to first, not in time. First pitch from Newman on the way as Newland squares the bunt, and that's going to get past Murillo, the catcher. And on his way to second base is the courtesy runner number 10, Corbin McBride. So another pass ball in the ball game. Allowing the runner to get in a scoring position without the sacrifice bunt needing to be laid down. As Newland will square again, that's inside. And it's ball 2, 2-0. England, the first baseman, crashing in from first. And Stewart playing even with the bag at 3rd. .2-0 from Newman. Swinging and missing is Newland. The count, 2 balls and a strike. On deck is Hunter Griffin, the left fielder. Two-one offering. That's going to be laid down in front of home. A nice bunt by Newland. Throw to first is in time as Murillo gets the out. Sack bunt. Runner advances to third base. And that'll bring up Hunter Griffin, the left fielder. Struck out swinging his last time up. Had an infield hit back in the 2nd inning.
Number 2, Trent Kodak.
Left side of the infield will play in. The right side will play even with the bag at first base with the lefty at the plate. First pitch outside for a ball. A hit here could make it that much harder for St. Pius to come back in this one. They already trail by 4. As the 1-0 pitch hits for a strike on the outside corner. It's even at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. This one's going to be slowly grounded to first. It's going to score a run. Inglet will go to the bag for the 2nd out, but a run does cross. Nice job right there by Hunter Griffin. Pulling it on the right side, allowing that run to score to an RBI, 3 unassisted. It's now 6-1, Liberty Christian. They have scored in every inning since the first. Back to the top, and Wade Oliver is 1 for 3. This is one foul out of play. Count is 0-1. St. Pius, the defending state champions here in TAPPS 5A. Looking to repeat this afternoon. They have their work ahead of them with 6 outs remaining. Oliver comes up empty on that cut. The count is 0-2. Newman ready. Here's the 0-2, lifted in the air. Shallow right field, and the second baseman, Luis Sanchez, goes back and makes a nice play over his shoulder. to end the 5th inning for Liberty Christian, but they do add another run. On one hit, they leave no runners. We played 5 here from the University of Mary Hardin Baylor at Red Murph Field. With the score now, Argyle Liberty Christian 6 and Houston St. Pius the 10th 1. You're watching the TAPPS 5A Baseball State Championship game right here on the Legacy Sports Network. Top of the 6th we go. It's 6-1 now. Argyle Liberty Christian in front of Houston St. Pius, but St. Pius with the heart of their order coming up. Jerry Morello, Cole Stewart, and Ben Little due up to try to cut into this lead that Liberty Christian has had now since the bottom of the 3rd when they played at 3 to take a lead they have not surrendered since. So far, Jordan Parker has been lights out in this ball game since he gave up a lone run in the 1st inning. As Morello leads things up, he's 1 for 3. He had the RBI single in that first. First pitch is taken low for a ball. It's 1-0. Parker, the righty, ready. Deals the 1-0 and time called at home plate. Parker likes to work fast on the mound. It's his sign and he goes in his motion. Comes the 1-0. Bounces at the plate, the count now 2-0. St. Pius would love a leadoff hitter on the bases. They have not had one since the 1st inning when Luis Sanchez led off the game with a walk and he scored their only run. Grounded sharply to second, backhanded play by Foster Ford, throws in time to 1st, and the 1st down is recorded in the 6th.
3rd baseman number 19, Cole Stewart.
Now ran Cole Stewart, the 3rd baseman, 1 for 2, singled in the 1st and struck out swinging in the 4th inning. First pitch on the way. High and outside for a ball that's 1-0. Stewart, of course, signed to play quarterback at Texas A&M next year, but could be a multi-millionaire draft pick in this year's MLB draft. On the mound as he takes a ball, and it's 2-0. Pitch from Parker, grounded sharply foul, 3rd base side. The count now 2-1. Stewart. As the breeze picks up a little bit here on a beautiful day in Belton. Hardly a cloud in the sky. The sun finally beaming bright. 2-1 pitch gets Stewart to chase high. And the count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ben Little on deck, waiting to hit next. 2-2. That's going to be rolled over foul. Stewart stays alive. Two again. Lifted in the air, shallow center field. Dowdle coming on. He has it. And that is the 2nd out of the 6th inning.
Right fielder number 12, Ben Little.
That'll bring up Ben Little to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Flew out to the catchers last time up on a sparkling play made by the catcher Ben Hawkins. As Hawkins had made a sliding grab as that ball looked like it was going out of play into the stands. And the wind blew it back into foul territory as the first pitch is taken for a strike. It's 0-1. One offering. Outside for ball one. Brian Newman, the pitcher on deck, would be next if the inning were to continue for St. Pius. 1-1 high for a ball. Count 2-1 as we approach noon here in Belton, Texas. So glad you're joining us this afternoon on the Legacy Sports Network. 2-1. Fouled straight back. Count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Like us on Facebook, on our Facebook page, Legacy Sports Network, and follow us on Twitter at Legacy Sports Net for all of our information on high school sports around the state of Texas. 2-2, just missing outside and off the plate. The count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The right fielder, Ben Little. Payoff pitch. High pop-up. Shallow right center field, and that's going to drop in. Little on his way to second. Here's the throw, and it will be in time. Right fielder Oliver just gets to throw into second base as that one blooped in to right center field. And the Liberty Christian side going crazy as they're 3 outs away from a 5A TAPPS state title. St. Pius, no runs, a hit, they leave no runners. Middle to 6-1. Argyle Liberty Christian in front of St. Pius at 10th, right here on the Legacy Sports Network. Liberty Christian in front of St. Pius as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Number 9, Foster Ford.
Foster Ford will lead things off for the Warriors. He's 0 for 3 in the ballgame. He struck out swinging his last time up. Brian Newman gets ready to work here in the 6th. First pitch will be fouled straight back. Count 0-1. Newman beginning his 3rd full inning at work. He's pitched 2 2/3 innings so far in this ball game in relief. Starting pitcher Joe Geringer. Ford swings and misses. Make it 0-2. Pitch on the way. Fly ball on the right. Ben Little under it and makes the grab for out number 1. And bring up Carson Dowdle to the plate. Dowdle perfect at the plate today. 2 for 2 and a walk, and he has scored 2 runs in the ball game. Christian looking to add just a little more insurance to their lead heading into the top of the 7th inning. As the first pitch is taken for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 offering. That one's driven into center field and almost getting over the head of Chase Montana. A little late reaction to make that snag. That is the second out of the inning. First time Dowdell's been retired in this ball game. That'll bring up Ethan Luna to the plate. Luna had a sacrifice fly for an RBI his last appearance in the fourth. Still does not have an official plate appearance as he was hit by a pitch and walked also in this ball game. First pitch low and outside for ball one. St. Pius will have their 6, 7, 8 hitters due up to start the top of the 7th inning to try to make a comeback in this game as they trail by 5 right now. 1-0 off the plate for a ball, 2-0. From Newman. That's a strike at the knees on the corner inside. Count 2-1. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. 2-1 the count. Lifted in the air, foul grounds, right side, will stay in play for the first baseman, Mason Inglet. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Brian Newman in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll head to the 7th. St. Pius needs 5 to tie. And Liberty Christian 3 outs away from a 5A TAPPS Baseball State Championship. It's 6-1. Liberty Christian front right here on the Legacy Sports Network. Welcome you back to Red Murph Field. We go to the top of the 7th inning. And Argyle Liberty Christian 3 outs away from winning the 5A TAPPS Baseball State Championship as they have the defending state champs Houston St. Pius the 10th on the ropes right here. As Brian Newman, the pitcher, will lead things off. He's 0 for 2 and the game flew out to right field his last time up. And it's just a reminder, once again, you can purchase a copy of this ball game on DVD on our on-demand page. It's right next to the page where you're watching this ball game live on our stream this afternoon here from the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. First pitch is taken low for a ball. It's 1-0. It's going to be Newman, Inglet, and Dana due up. 1-0 pitch misses low and outside for ball, 2-0. St. Pius not going to go down without a fight in this inning, though. Here comes the 2-0. That's a strike on the outside corner. And they count 2 balls and a strike. Grounder to second. Foster forward with it. Go to first in time. 2 outs remain.
First baseman number 26, Mason Inglet.
That'll bring up Mason Inglet, the first baseman. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. St. Pius 24-11 coming into this ball game. Liberty Christian 26-9. They're looking to make it win number 27. First pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Jordan Parker ready. 0-1 will be tapped at home plate. Foul on the count is no balls and 2 strikes. Parker has been in cruise control since the first. At one point retired 13 straight St. Pius hitters. Count 0-2. Here's the pitch. Missing high. And he wanted a strike 3 call on that one. The count is 1-2. Junior ready. 1-2 pitch. Grounded up the middle. And that's going to get through as the shortstop, Daniel Keene, couldn't come up with it. That was a tough play to be made up the middle. I believe it's going to be an error. And a pinch runner will be coming on for St. Pius. Dylan Tarpey. They're going to give it a hit on it, so no error charge to Keene. It's the 5th hit for St. Pius. And that'll bring up Kenneth Dana, who's 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Time call. Students and fans for Liberty Christian they're on their feet. The first pitch is taken for a ball 1-0. They are looking to explode in 2 more outs. And a state championship win, throw down at first, not in time. As a strike is called, and the count is even at 1-1. Parker ready, comes set, time called. As Dana tries to slow him down, as Stuart Peterson's on deck. One pitch, high for ball. It's 2-1. Parker comes set, 2-1. Curveball hits for strike 2 on the corner. And evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Parker so far in the game, 6 in the 3rd innings. 5 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts, only 1 walk given up. First baseman Luna not holding on the runner. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed. And that's strikeout number 5. And St. Pius is down to their final out. That'll bring up Stuart Peterson. Had an infield hit his last time up, ended the 13 straight hitters retired string for Parker. Now all Liberty Christian fans once again are on their feet. 1 out away. First pitch to Peterson. Called a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Parker comes set. 0-1 pitch. Low and inside for a ball, evens it up at 1-1. Parker ready, steps off. Tarpey will go back to first base. 1-1. Check swing. Parker will field it. And he will flip to first, and it's in time! And that'll do it! Argyle Liberty Christian is your 2013 5A TAPPS Baseball State Champions. As they are dogpiling on the field. And they have defeated the defending state champion St. Pius this afternoon from Red Murph Field at the University of Mary Hardin Baylor, 6-1. Congratulations goes out to head coach Adam Mazziani and his St. Pius X Panthers on another fantastic season. They finished their season 24-12. But Argyle Liberty Christian wins it this afternoon as they go to 27-9 on the season. And congratulations to head coach Johnny Isom and his Warriors this afternoon as they win it 6-1 over St. Pius. Fans, stay tuned. We will have the award ceremony here on our live stream. And you can, once again, purchase the copy of this championship game on DVD on our website, Legacy Sports Network. Once again, congratulations to Argyle Liberty Christian on winning the 2013 TAPPS 5A Baseball State Championship. I'm Chase Hernandez with the Legacy Sports Network. Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon.